Another loss for the Raptors makes it 9 in a row, which is great for the tank here, but we do want to see more competitive score lines in the 20-point game that we had here, albeit despite a solid overall performance by the Raptors, all things considered. Let's break down all of our thoughts in tonight's post-game show. So keeping in perspective here, it was a 16.5-point spread coming into the game. The Thunder are the best team in the West. The Raptors are very much one of the worst teams in the NBA. Like I said, they've lost now 9 games in a row. So what did we really expect from this one? Not a lot. And there was never a point where the game was like completely uncompetitive. Like the last few minutes felt uncompetitive. Game was over, I guess. But like the first 42 minutes, it was reasonable. Like the Raptors got out to a great start. They go up big. They went down big at certain points, but they kind of made it a game. I think it even got to a 5-point game early on in the fourth quarter. But then things really get away from the team as the game continues, as the game goes on. And near the end, OKC showcase their abilities as the 1 seed in the West and take over. Before we go any further, reminding everybody that's watching, if you do enjoy what you see from this, make sure you do hit the like button. And because even through the tank, we're doing content like this for every Raptors game, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So out the gates, the Raptors, they're here to play. And I'm going to continue to commend the coaching staff and the players for always getting these guys up for the game. Always making sure that these players are ready to play in this, like, maybe not game plan wise necessarily every time, but they're always hustling. They're always putting in the effort to try and win the game. Like, you can feel the desire every single game that they want to win. They believe they can win, despite the 9-game losing streak, despite the 16.5-point spread. They show up trying to win every single day, which is good. Like, there's no sense that they've given up, they've rolled over. So that's a positive. And they started the game well here. Now, they've started a lot of games well, and they've tapered off, and it's another case of that. But they got out to, I think it was a 27-14 lead. Big run by the Thunder gives them the advantage at halftime, but trying to move the ball. Defense kind of sucks. We don't have many good defenders, no rim protectors against a good team. But on offense, trying to move the ball, trying certain things. We had some decent efficiency out of the offense in this one. What really killed the Raptors is that sometimes with this passing, maybe it can go a little bit too far, and maybe with the lack of talent, the Raptors today, they just got absolutely destroyed on turnovers. Absolutely cooked on turnovers. If you have a game where you force the opposition to turn over the ball 15 times, you probably feel like you're going to be in a decent position because OKC turned the ball over 15 times. The Raptors turned the ball over 27 times today. 27. They forced 15 turnovers and lost the turnover battle by 12. As if like you really needed to give the Thunder any help whatsoever. Not to mention the Thunder get 8 extra offensive rebounds, so you are feeding this team extra possessions. In the end, the Thunder managed to take 19 more field goal attempts than the Raptors and only win by 20. Like, this could have been a whole lot worse if it wasn't for the Raptors actually doing some positive things when they weren't turning the ball over, pretty much. So, at least we had that. And remember, everything I'm saying is with the considerations and with the mindset that, obviously, this team sucks. And we're looking at them through the lens of the fact that this team sucks, with the players available. Like the starting fives today. Javon Freeman-Liberty, Grady Dick, Ochai Agbaji, Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynyk. Versus SGA, Chet Holmgren, J-Dub, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort. Complete and vast gulf in class there. So what were we really expecting? The fact that at no point did I not want to watch anymore felt good. Because some of these games are a grind. I'm watching every game. Some of these games are an absolute grind to get through. Make no mistake. This didn't really feel like that up until maybe the last 4 minutes of the game, which again I have to be pretty happy with in the end. So let's take a look at the box score here. Some individual stat lines make this one a little bit better and a little bit easier to stomach overall. After all, we're looking for individual development at this point, not looking for wins here. In fact, we might be looking for losses. So with the individual stuff, Grady Dick is the best performer of the night. 8 of 15 shooting, 4 of 7 from 3, 5 rebounds, 21 points, 4 turnovers, which is sloppy, but I mean, everybody fucking turned the ball over today. Kelly Olynyk was 7 of 9 with 16 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, but yeah, 7 turnovers for Kelly Olynyk here. Not great. Agbaji with one of his more positive nights. That's not saying much, but 4 of 10 with 12 points is one of his more positive nights. 7 rebounds, 6 assists to go with it, and 3 steals. Freeman Liberty as a starter, maybe a bit outclassed, but I don't think he looked completely out of place here with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, only the 2 turnovers. Then off the bench, Garrett Temple with a surprise package with 8 points. Jordan Nwora, 6 of 10 with 12 points. And Porter was 7. I think Porter's continuously getting better. Ramsey, I don't mind Ramsey's defense and his overall play. He's just got to start knocking down more shots. Kind of weird that he shot 42% from 3 in the G League on a lot of attempts and isn't really hitting in the NBA, but maybe earning himself a training camp spot. Jahmi'us Ramsey. On the Thunder side of things, Shea grows into the game with 23 points. J-Dub had a really impressive game with 20 points on 13 shots. Chet, as good as ever. Yeah, the tank continues here. Raptors shoot the ball really well. 53% from the field, 37% from 3, 12 of 17 from the line, but they get out-rebounded by 10. They get out-offensive rebounded by 8. They turn the ball over. It ended up being 27-16. 11 more times. Like, this team doesn't need help. And they get 21 additional points off of those turnovers that we mustered off of their turnovers. And in a game you lose by 20, like, yeah, that's what you got to point towards. You were as efficient as they were, but you gave them 20 extra shots. And, yep, bingo. 20 extra points. 123 to 103. So it's going to be pretty telling what the spread looks like for tomorrow's game. The Raptors are visiting the Washington Wizards on the second night of a back-to-back. Second night of a back-to-back away. And yeah, they're 5.5-point underdogs tomorrow to the worst team in the NBA. The Raptors were favored on March 9th against the Portland Trailblazers. They will not be favored likely in any game for the rest of the season. So 9-game losing streak. There is 12 games to go. Man, like, this could easily get to, honestly, this could easily get to 21. Is what it is. I know the roster, who we have, but you're probably going to lose tomorrow. The Nets on Monday, you'll be underdogs there. Those are the easy games. And then you got a lot of tough ones. Other than one more game at home against the Wizards, where maybe you're favored, depending who's available. That'd be the one, like, I want to win. I know you got the Nets again, but man, your easy games, like, you won't even be favored in those. So, yeah, distinct possibility they lose out, but that's the dream. Putting ourselves in a position to use that top 6 protected pick. So I suppose we'll just kind of see what happens. Again, it's kind of tough, but I think this game was less tough than some other games have been. That's not saying much, but that's kind of how I feel about it all. So that will do it from my end. Have you guys enjoyed? Make sure to hit the like button, and please make sure you are subscribed to the channel for more Raptors content just like this.